All right, got in, showed up, got the work done this morning, just finished up a spin class. I feel I get a lot out of these spin classes. They're just the Les Mills ones, and they take about 40 minutes, I suppose, and like you're obviously working the biggest muscles in your body, your legs, and I get a really good hit out of it. I feel amazing after it. And then once I've done that, I've done a little bit more cardio and some stuff, and then I went in and had a post-workout sauna, and that just really finishes things off. I even sometimes do my normal breathing routine, my breathing exercise at the end of the sauna as well, and after that I just feel amazing. And so what I've done is I've given myself the right inputs, right? Whereas a lot of people will take the easy road. They'll go and reach for something, like, they'll reach for some sort of drink or whatever to get that hit, to get that formulation of hormones, chemicals, neurotransmitters happening in their head, and because they don't need to put in any other work, right? Which is what I used to do in a previous time in my life. I just used to reach for things. I used to reach for the quick thing that would give me that hit. And now I can get that hit, but it takes work. I need to go and do stuff in order to get that hit, and it's more sustainable. So when you're reaching for random stimulants and that sort of thing to try and feel better, then they don't have that same effect over time. As you know, they'll start to taper off. Whereas when you're putting in the work to do it naturally, giving yourself the right inputs, living that clean lifestyle, eating clean whole foods, moving your body, doing some relaxation, meditation, mindfulness, whatever it is that you want to do in that area of your lifestyle, then you're getting these natural highs, you're getting these natural hits, and because it's natural, it gets better and better over time. So it's just I keep saying it, but it's the best decision I've ever made to live a clean lifestyle. And it takes work. It takes work to get all these formulations of your neurotransmitters and chemicals and the right hormones happening within your body. And your body is like a pharmacy. You've got everything. You've got all the chemicals. You've got all the things that's needed inside your body. And as long as you give it the right inputs, your body and mind will create that concoction. It'll create that formulation for you to feel at peak, for you to feel optimal, for you to feel satisfied, content, and happy within the present moment. And you get healthier and healthier along in the process, and it layers on top of one another. Every day you do this over time, it gets layered and layered, and you feel better and better. Smoothie time. All right. Frozen berries. Done. Gonna put some greens in again. With that spinach. Bit more kale. Look at that. A little bit more. Greens just, man, blown away. Every time I have my greens, and they just make me feel amazing. All right. Get some oats again. Here we go. Oats. And now, oh, look at that. 1 scoop protein. Now, look, I'm gonna have me peanut butter again. Love it. I love it in a smoothie. And so yeah, put a couple of teaspoons of peanut butter in, and hit zip, and you got a beautiful tasting smoothie that keeps you full for ages and energizes you, and it's all part of living a clean, healthy lifestyle and doing what you can do to give you longevity, which is living a better quality of life for longer. Let's go. Look at that. Full of goodness, everything natural, all part of a clean lifestyle to get you moving from where you are now to where you want to be in the future. Man, all the time, I'm always amazed at what clean, whole foods do for your state of mind, your emotional well-being, your general health, and your longevity in the long run. What do you need to do to pull yourself out of a rut if you feel that you're in a rut and you can't sort of pull yourself out to make some positive change? What do you need to do in order to get out of it and start living a cleaner, healthier lifestyle? We all know what we should be doing. We know that we should be, going and getting active. We know we should be eating healthy meals and drinking clean water and doing some sort of relaxation or meditation or mindfulness. We get it. A lot of us know what we need to do, but we just can't bring ourselves to do it. And what I believe, what happened to me, and I need to tell you this from my point of view, so and you can take from it what you want. But what I found was that during times of challenge, stress, duress, that's when I would find myself reaching for different things, reaching for different stimulants and that sort of thing. Now, what is a stimulant? A stimulant is really anything to give you a quick fix and change your state in a very, very quick moment, right? Now, that could be you are dealing with something, and you might even reach for the TV remote to distract you, right? And all that's doing is removing yourself from the present moment. You might reach for alcohol, you might reach for drugs, you might reach for chocolate cake, you might reach for other bad food or anything else. But if you're doing it in order to remove yourself from the present moment, right, which is where you really need to be to get to the bottom of what's happening and why you're in this rut, then if you continue reaching for things and pulling yourself away from that and out of it, then you're never going to get to the bottom of what's really going on, and in order to get yourself out of the rut. So what I found is stop reaching for things. In those moments, in those tough, and it's tough, right? It takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of bravery in order for you to feel yourself reaching for something and then to pull back. That takes a lot of courage. And when you do that, you're bringing yourself back into the present moment, which is where everything is. And the more often you do that, then things start to bubble up, and things start to bubble up in your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind is where all your perception of the world, your decision making, your attitude, and everything is really coming from, is being derived from. That's the wiring of your subconscious mind. So you don't even know it's happening. And when you stop reaching for things, you bring yourself back in the present moment, and now you can get deeper and deeper and deeper into what's going on. And eventually, once you immerse yourself in that situation more often and for longer periods of time, you'll end up having these little light bulb moments go off, and you'll be like, man, that's it. That's why I'm seeking. That's what I'm seeking. That's why I'm self-sabotaging, or that's why I keep reaching for something, because I don't really want to be in this present moment anymore. Now, all those things I described, like alcohol and chocolate cake and TV remote or even social media, I'm not saying they're all bad. It's just like it's it's the times you reach for them. That's what I'm talking about. That's the key point here. It's the time that you're reaching for it to remove yourself from that present moment. So once I stopped doing that, then I got deep on myself. Then I started to have those light bulb moments go off, and I could really identify what was happening. And one key moment in my life was when I learned how to meditate, right? It was through my yoga teacher training, and they were teaching us how to meditate. And this was the first time I'd ever done it before in my life. And I remember sitting there in meditation. So it's a silent meditation. There's nothing guided. There's no, there's not someone talking you through it or anything like that. And I was in there for, I don't know, it was probably about 10 minutes. And obviously everything is okay. I'm sitting there in meditation, my eyes are closed, everything is fine. I'm breathing, I'm in a safe environment, there is no danger whatsoever. And I felt myself wanting to get out of it. I just wanted to get up and get out of it. For whatever reason it was, I didn't want to be there. And then I was like, no, I have to stay, like this is an experience, and I stayed in it. And then a light bulb moment went off. And what it was that I realized that, wow, I'm just sitting here, everything's safe, there's no danger, and I want to get out of it. Where else am I steering away from? What else am I steering away from in the outside world, off the mat? What's happening there? And what happened was, after the meditation, and then I was going about my daily life, for the days, weeks, months that progressed, all these other light bulb moments went off, because I was like, oh wow, I'm steering away from this, I'm steering away from that. I was continually removing myself from the present moment in those times of challenge, in those times of duress. And there's not really anyone that can take you to that place. The way to do it is to not reach for things. And you can also do it through a silent meditation practice, and that's how you can get there. But throughout your daily life, stop reaching for things. And this will be your own counseling session, this will be your own coaching session, and you can really learn how to pull yourself out of that rut and start to get from where you are now to where you want to be in the future. And the other thing is, you'll probably find that where you thought you wanted to be in the future is actually now different, because where you wanted to be in the future was built upon that subconscious mind, right? Your decision making, and once you start to get deeper and deeper and more times in these sort of present moments and not steering away, then you start to realize, oh, maybe I didn't want that, or actually I want this now. And it's a really natural way to do it, but it takes work, and it takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of bravery for you to do that. And you need to be very, very honest with yourself, brutally honest, and saying, and this is what I had to do, because what I also found was like, oh wow, I'm steering away from that. I'd already identified it, but then I felt myself wanting to like disregard it. And I was like, man, why am I trying to disregard it? Well, this is part of the ego. And I was like, no, I need to be brutally honest with myself. I've identified this, that I'm steering away from. Why? And then what progressed further on from that was, my fears. And then I was like, well, I'm scared of this, I'm scared of that. And one of the best quotes I've ever come across was from a guy by the name of Joseph Campbell. And the quote is, "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek." I'm like, man, that's so true. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. But it's getting through that discomfort. It's being comfortable in the uncomfortable. And as Mark de Bruin would say, if you've listened to a previous podcast, an interview from Simplifying Life, he talks about finding that calm in the storm. So being right, and even Conor McGregor, the MMA fighter,
he would, the UFC fighter, he'd always talk about being comfortable in the uncomfortable. And it's so true, because wherever you want to go in life, whatever you want, there's going to be walls and barriers and things that are there in front of you in order for you to get from where you are now to where you want to be in the future. There's all these barriers and walls, and you know, and these barriers and walls are things that you need to go deep on, things that you need to face up and be brutally honest with yourself. A lot of them are your fears, you know, like a lot of people have a fear of other people's opinions, right? That's really what a fear of failure is. It's you're so worried about what other people think, and you're placing, like, you're valuing other people's opinions over your own, over your own opinion of yourself. It's like, you know, it's crazy, but you know, these are the things that we do to ourselves and self-sabotage and keep ourselves in a rut, which it's so hard to get out of. It takes bravery. So stop reaching for things in those times of challenge. I've got to keep drinking my smoothie here. Choose better options. Choose healthier options. Choose things that I want to get to from here to here, right? What is going to help me get there? Obviously, crappy food's not. Obviously, getting drunk all the time's not. Obviously, eating too much chocolate cake isn't. Obviously, not moving your body and living a sedentary lifestyle isn't going to be good for you either. You know, so, you know, indulging in drama, indulging in negative talk, indulging in negative self-talk, indulging in negative talk with other people, you know, all these things are going to slow you down. It's like, you've already got enough walls and barriers in between your gap from where you are now to where you want to be. You've already got enough there. You've already placed them up. You don't need any more. So stop reaching for things. Choose healthier options. It really does make a difference. Like just one smoothie, or one salad, one healthy meal, right? Just a better option. Like, you feel better, and when you do this sort of stuff, you feel those moments of progress, and those moments of progress, you start to feel that gap is starting to close in on itself, and it's all from you. This is the most empowering and liberating feeling, is knowing that you're in control. It's not chaos. You are in control, and you can get whatever you want out of life. You can do it all. So choose the healthier options, and let me know how you go. I want to hear your stories. I want to hear the times that you've, you know, been in some challenge and stress, and you've been able to pull yourself out. Like, you know, we're all capable of extraordinary things. You know, we all think we're just too ordinary, but ordinary people, us ordinary people, are always capable of extraordinary things. Have an awesome day, have an awesome week. Hope you got a lot out of it, and out of this talk, and yeah, post up, you know, send me your photos, send me any other questions, or let me know how I can help you live a cleaner lifestyle. Eat, think, and live clean.